Let's talk about net neutrality. We've been doing this every week because this is the most underreported story in the mainstream news. They are dropping the ball. Surprise, surprise. The FCC flipped net neutrality. Net neutrality was basically the principle that everyone had equal access to the internet, and the internet service providers couldn't throttle your internet based on the companies that they are connected with. That is no longer. Even though Obama said he was for net neutrality, he appointed a telecom lobbyist who was also a campaign bundler, and the guy flipped net neutrality. You can check that out if you don't believe me. The Sunlight Foundation published a series of graphs explaining lobbyist spending on net neutrality, and I think it pretty much explains the whole damn thing. So giant companies, the internet companies like Verizon, AT&T, and Comcast, the big boys, they basically, the red, what you're seeing there, these are reports that they issued through their lobbyists that were against net neutrality. And then somehow net neutrality got flipped. And if that's not enough of proof for you about what's going on here, that this is just about money, let's look at the next one. This is the total lobbying expenditures of the top 20 organizations with the most reports mentioning net neutrality. And yeah, if you're against net neutrality, you spent a shit load of money on reports lobbying politicians. And then, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, there was a Senate commission on net neutrality, and literally every senator on the commission had taken money from Comcast, and the only one who fought against it was Al Franken because he had taken the least amount of money. So if you don't know what's going on here, it's pretty obvious at this point. So I'm going to keep talking about net neutrality, even though I feel like this ship has sailed and it's really sad. What should we do for people that exist in this online space, and it's the last vestige of freedom in this freaking country?
I just love the reports, people putting out report after report. Like, if someone gives me thousands of reports, I hate that asshole. Yeah. Why is that working? That should not be working. What is it with politicians? They love reports.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, does that ever get to the politician himself? Like, they just hand them a fucking stack of paper.
Yeah,
and
no,
they're
it's,
like,
oh, this report. Give me another report.
Is there another one? Here, take this one. You want this one?
Yeah.
Whitney, have you seen this one? Here's a report, and there's a report for you. And my God, somebody.
That report was a report.
Yeah. And at the bottom, does it say sponsored by the bad guys?
I just think it's like, oh, report, cool. Where's that money again?
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. There should be. And what's so frustrating is the money that they're using to buy this influence comes from people who are using their service.
Coming from viewers like you.
Viewers like you who are losing, who are basically paying to pay more later. Mm-hmm. That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know what the solution is. There is no real solution. I mean, but it works the same way any resource works, where the people who are controlling how it's doled out and the scarcity of it have all the control.
Yeah.
Because what are we gonna do? Like, I mean, there's no, I can't even have, like, bunny ears on my antenna anymore, and so Time Warner makes me have a box inside my house.
Right. So literally, what was free, the free to get the basic channels of like ABC, Fox, and whatever, that was free, and then they went digital, so you can't not have just free television. What is public service? You can't even get that anymore.
Yeah, it's one of the most frustrating things because it's such a complicated process that is unfolding not before our very eyes, somewhere tucked very deep away, and that we can't even get to understand. It's like my frickin' credit report. Like, I don't even know how that works, but it's affecting my life,
Yeah.
I mean, it was bound. This is bound to happen. I mean, this type of thing has been going on in every facet of big business, and the internet is the biggest, channeler of information and commerce now. And it was just a matter of time where things are regulated by, kind of monopolized by the big guys, And you're right. We don't understand, how does this thing work? I don't know.
Well, wasn't it a series of tubes?
I want to still hear like, can we just go back to the simple days of the AOL Running Man?
Well, so speaking of the simple days, are we going to look back at this time, and I've asked this before when we've done this, but will we look back at the sort of 2000 to just about now as the glory days of the internet, like 10 years from now, when it's all really controlled and throttled and you're paying per whatever, per view or per data? Are we going to look back and go, wow, it was pretty good back then. It was pretty good, and it was an evil playing field.
No, this is the amazing.
Wow, that was weird.
Before it was an evil.
Thank you. Got it.
But it is yes, this is the golden age right now, because essentially what we had in terms of the way people, the kind of content that people want to enjoy typically is like video content, right? Or at least you want to read it on your own. But if you compare it to the way cable works, is there's tiers of cable. So if you want to watch all that, but that whole model of cable is disappearing.
Right.
And so the telecoms still want a tiered system so they can charge you for more. And what's happening now is our ability to get around all of that. All these people who are like, listen, I just want to sign up for Hulu and Netflix and have it on my watch are totally winning. They pay so much less every month. And right now the telecoms are realizing that, and they want to still have that model, and they're trying to, get it that way. And they have all this money from the old system, and they're just going to go for it.
Yeah, and if you don't think the old system and the telecoms are screwed up, there was just a report issued this week about how our internet in America is like one of the worst for industrialized nations. So we're not even getting good service in the first place, but I guess we don't even know it because when was the last time you guys were in Korea, South Korea to check out something online?
I was just in North Korea the other day.
Yeah.